Okay, so my name is Cassie Fleming. I will be doing my geo-narrative on the migration from my mom for the day she was born to current day and where it all started. So here we go. I'll share the map. So the very first place my mom grew up and lived was, if I can spell, is Wenatchee, Washington. Actually, East Wenatchee. She lived here. But however, when she turned 20 years old, she wanted to move to Leavenworth, Washington, which is this way. I'll show you. Whoa. And the reason she wanted to move here was for the cultural aspect, because it's a beautiful town. And then she also wanted to move there for friends. So here's where she lived, this small town in the middle of literally nowhere. Anyway, so she lived there for a very long time, not very long, like a year. And then, so she moved there because of the cultural and her friends. Therefore, this type of migration was enmity and voluntary. Enmity because of the cultural and people, and voluntary just because she wanted to go. She didn't have to go, but she really wanted to go. And so that's where she lived. And then she met my dad. They ended up getting really serious, obviously, because I'm here. But they wanted to live together, but the job opportunity was really low. So the push factor from Leavenworth to where they moved next, which was Seattle. So the push factors were all the snow. There was way too much snow for them. They didn't like it. And the lack of job opportunity. And for Seattle, the pull factors were the job opportunity and the less snow, but they ended up getting more rain. So anyway, this type of migration was voluntary, but also labor induced. So they moved because of job opportunity, so labor migration mainly. And they lived there for a while, but then my mom got pregnant with my brother, so they wanted to go somewhere where it was a beautiful place, beautiful environment, and people and family. So they moved back. Sorry, that was really loud. Back to Wenatchee, Washington, which is here, East Wenatchee, and then West Wenatchee, and then this is just Wenatchee, this whole thing. And so, yeah, we lived over here by the airport. So here's Rock Island. We literally lived right here. Or my mom, you could say. But this is where I grew up, in this little middle of nowhere. Anyway, so I lived there for a while. And the reason they moved back was the environmental. So the type of migration this was enmity, because they wanted to come back for the environment. Then after living here for about 10 years, we had the biggest move yet. We moved to, hold on, let me click the back arrow a couple times. Come on. What the heck? Why won't it go back? Oh, are you kidding? Sorry, technical difficulties. We'll just Google it. My mom, I was with her at the time because I was born by now. We ended up moving to Oregon. And so here is Wenatchee, right here. So we ended up migrating all the way down here. The reason we moved here was because our family members were getting old and we wanted to take care of them. We also moved for a fresh start because life got a little crazy up there. This type of migration would be mostly just voluntarily. But for me, I really didn't want to move because I had a lot of friends and family. And so for me, since I couldn't financially afford to live on my own at age 8, I think it was forced migration. Not really. I know it's not, but like a little bit. Just a little bit. Anyway, that was the final move. Was to Medford, Oregon. Actually, I live in Jacksonville, but Medford's bigger. Sorry. Here, we'll Google Jacksonville so you can see a picture. Anyway, overall, what I learned from doing this GeoNarrative is that moving is very expensive and very, very time consuming. Here's Jacksonville. I live of Katy Road. So I'm over here. Now y'all know where I live. Anyway, thank you for listening. That was my GeoNarrative about my mom. And yeah, I think that's it. Pause, stop.